librarian activity. My name is Miss Alicia and I'm a children's librarian at Teaneck Public Library. And this is my assistant here. Yes.
My name is Noelle.
This is my assistant Noelle. Today we're sharing this book with you. It's called Mama Built a Little Nest. And it is by Jennifer Ward and illustrated by Steve Jenkins.
I call my mama Mama.
You might have a mama of your own, and there's lots of bird mamas in this book.
Yes.
And this is published by Beach Lane Books, an imprint of Simon Schuster. So thank you for permission in using this book in our story time today. Mama built a little nest inside a sturdy trunk. She used her beak to tap, 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 the perfect place to bunk. You know what kind of bird that is?
A woodpecker.
It is a woodpecker.
There's a book. There's a bird in this book that makes a nest, but the daddy feeds the mama until the babies are good, and then the mama breaks through and leaves the nest with the babies.
Okay, we'll see that one when it comes.
Yes. Maybe.
Mama built a little nest, a cup so wee and snug, with walls of moss and roof of sky, and silky cobweb rug.
That's a hummingbird's nest.
That's right, this is a hummingbird, and a hummingbird's nest is only about as big as your hand, like that. And they do make it out of cobwebs. I bet that is nice and soft. Mama built a little nest. Well, actually, she didn't. She found one that another made, and then she laid me in it. This is a cowbird, and the cowbird will lay its egg in another bird's nest. Oh, it's sneaky, isn't it?
And then when the other bird comes home, it will take care of its baby when it hatches.
Oh, I bet you know what kind of birds these are. Do you have a guess? You?
Penguins.
Penguins, that's right.
Hey, Papa skipped this page out.
Mama built a little nest. My daddy helped out too. They placed my egg upon his feet. That's where I hatched and grew. Oh, so the egg, the baby, is on the daddy's feet. That's a nice, warm, snuggly place to grow up, isn't it?
Yeah.
Mama scraped a simple nest upon a craggy ledge. She tucked me safe within her wings until my time to fledge. These are falcons.
Yep, falcons.
They're making their nests on the ledge. And what is this falcon going to feed its baby?
Fish.
Yeah, fish. Daddy built a little nest, and then he built another, and another, and another, hoping to impress my mother. Wow, that daddy bird is busy.
It's supposed to be like, so the birds come home to the nest and say, which one is that? That one? No, that one.
Do you think the birds get confused about which one is their real nest?
Papa said so.
Maybe. Mama built a little nest. She used her beak to sew a woven nest of silky grass, the perfect place to grow. Isn't that? This is a weaver bird. Can you guess why they're called a weaver bird?
They weave a nest.
Yeah, they're weaving a nest. Isn't that amazing that they just know how to do that?
Yeah.
Nobody teaches them how to do that.
That's called instinct.
It's called instinct. Yes, it's an instinct to build this kind of nest. It's not something that's taught. It's just part of your nature, your behavior. Mama built a little nest by digging out a burrow. It was a hoot, our little home, a safe and feathery furrow. So these are burrowing owls, and they burrow their nests in the ground instead of up in a tree or on a cliff.
Yep. Or in a tree.
Mama built a little nest. She gathered twigs that float and placed them on the water to create a cozy boat. Well, that's interesting. Would you want your home to be floating on the water?
I would.
Mama built a little nest. She made it on the ground, a simple nest, not very soft, with pebbles smooth and round.
They look like the eggs, but these are the eggs. So, to protect the eggs from enemies.
Yeah, can you see the eggs there in that picture? It's pretty tricky, isn't
They're
it?
right here.
Yeah, they're blending in. They're camouflaged. It's called camouflage when you blend in
Yes. It sure is.
to protect yourself. Daddy built a little nest. Now don't gross out with spit. Who would have thought that spit would make the perfect place to sit? My assistant here is making this face.
With the nest spit.
Well, maybe it does seem a little yucky, but it does make a nice nest for them. That's the way these birds were made.
Yep.
Mama built a sealed nest
This is
within an old tree's hollow.
This is it.
My daddy left a little hole to pass her food to swallow. This is a hornbill.
This is the one I mean.
Yeah, the daddy is feeding the mommy birds. And I guess the babies too.
No, the mommy feeds it.
The mommy feeds the babies.
And then, no, the daddy doesn't feed the mommy bird. He gives the mommy bird food and she feeds it to the baby. And then he brings her food.
Oh, after the chicks have hatched, the female comes out and helps to feed the babies. And they work together. Mama built a sturdy nest by stacking twigs up high, a breezy house upon a tree where talons blend with sky. This is a bald eagle's nest, way up high.
Yes.
Mama built a little nest entirely out of mud.
Yeah.
No feathery down, no soft green plants, just fuddy, muddy crud. It can still be soft. You could use it like clay. Play-Doh is soft, right? You could make a nest out of Play-Doh.
I think I'm going to do that today.
Good idea. You have a nest, your very own, a place to rest your head, with pillows soft and cozy thoughts. You know what kind of birds these are?
Robins.
Oh, I love them. Your nest is called a bed.
Yep. I have a nest. It's my bed.
So, we're going to learn a little about nests today, and you can try to build a nest of your own at home.
This.
There's all different kinds of nests, as you can see. And I'm also going to put in the comments a couple of videos. One of a bird building a nest, which is really interesting because it's hard. If you try to build a nest of your own, you'll see it's kind of hard to keep it together. But these birds just know how to do it. They don't get a lesson. It's their instinct to do it. So I'm going to put a video in the comments of a bird building a nest. And I'm also going to put in the comments a live video feed of a bird's nest. And you can watch and wait for the eggs to hatch, or you can watch the babies when they're hatched. There's lots of birds that are having their eggs hatch in their nests right now. We're waiting for their eggs to hatch. So you might even see one in your neighborhood or in your yard. And you might even see some baby birds flying around. Sometimes they look like the mama bird, but they just have some feathers sticking out. Maybe they're a little bit more brown. They look kind of like messy. And that's the way that a young bird looks like, a juvenile bird. So we made our nest today. We used a bowl to kind of help us, and we used some twigs and yarn. Now, I don't think it will stay together. If we take it out of here, I'll hold it up so you can see. But you could make a nest using whatever kind of materials you want, using twigs or yarn or you could use Play-Doh like we were talking about before. That's kind of like the mud. Or you could go outside and try to find some mud if you have some mud in your yard and don't mind getting a little dirty. Or you could try to make it out of grass. There's lots of materials that birds use, and there's lots of materials that you could use too to see if you can make your nest.
A tree? Stick? Tree branches?
Yeah, sticks, trees. So that's our story and activity for today. This is actually the last story and activity of the spring, and we're starting our summer programming next week. Our kickoff was yesterday, and you can go on our website, teanecklibrary.org, to see our full schedule and also link to our summer reading challenge.
Jackie had a wig on yesterday.
Yes, Miss Jackie had a pink wig on yesterday at our kickoff party, and it was wonderful.
And she had a kitty headband on the wig.
She was looking good. So if you want to join us for story time next week, it's on a different day and a different time. Our story time on Tuesday is for infants to age 3, and that's going to be on Zoom this time around, so it'll be more interactive. And you can find the link to register on Zoom on our calendar on our website. Also on Thursdays, we're having a story time for ages 3 to 5. So if you've really been enjoying this story time and this was a good fit for you, that's probably the one for you.
Mom,
and
can
that
I go to the 5 one?
Sure. And that will also be on Zoom, so it will be more interactive. And that's on Thursdays at 10:30 in the morning. And this is going to be every week through the end of August. So we hope you'll join us. If you register, you can come to any one of them. If you miss one, that's okay. Just join us when you can. And we hope you have a wonderful summer, and we'll see you again next week.
Bye.
Bye. Have a good weekend.